Afternoon everyone. Today is Tuesday the 5th of March 2024 and this is Flosstube number 12. I'm Lindsay, the Cheshire Stitcher, both here on Flosstube and over on Instagram, although I haven't posted there in a couple of weeks. I will hopefully fix that in the next day or two. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you're a new viewer. I've been keeping an eye on my subscribers, or my subscriber amount I should say. Last time I looked I was up to 408. I get very excited every time it gets into a sort of a new figure, so if once I sort of reach 410 I'll get a little bit more excited. So having said that, my little wish of 500 by Easter is looking a bit more possible, with Easter being sort of just under a month away now. So yeah, if I get there I will have a little giveaway. If you haven't already subscribed to me, I would really appreciate it if you did. It's always nice if you like and comment. I do try to respond to every comment. So there we go. Right, so today I'm just looking at my notes. I have got PhDs as ever. I've got a couple of new starts, one of which I've finished. I've got some beading. I've got a little bit of haul and some happy mail. And then I'll quickly tell you about my plan for the rest of this month. Nothing exciting. So let's start off with my beading. So last time round, I'm saying so a lot, aren't I? Must try and stop doing that. Last time round, I shared with you my cirque de cirque, my beaded cirque de cirque. There we go. I carried on working on it. I think I worked on it for about 3 weeks in the end. And you might remember I was about here, I think, thereabouts. So I've done sort of a finger's width more on it. I stopped halfway down a row, partly because then I know where I am on the chart, and partly because sometimes I'm working on it and I literally go from being absolutely fine working on it to I can't stand this anymore, I've had enough, and that can happen in the space of a few minutes, which is what happened this time round. I am doing well with it, sorry. It's not easy to hold, really isn't easy to hold. So I think I'm about 5 rows off being 2/3 done, going by the chart pages. So you will see this again. Whether or not you'll see it next time round, I don't know, because I have started a new beading project and that's making my arms ache holding that up there like that for that long. As I say, I got fed up with it, so I started a new beading project, which is this. There you go. Believe it or not, drop it on the floor, well, on my lap. Luckily my board was there, otherwise it would have been on the floor. That is a square. Doesn't look like it, but it is. It's a square. It will be paired with 5 others and me, and it will become a star. I'm trying to work out, there we go. Right, so what we do is we do our square, and then on one side you add your extra row, so that when I've got another piece that looks just like this side where all those black beads are will attach to this. So you end up with a complete pair of scissors. This is called time to sew, SEW. So those black beads there constitute one of the arms of the clock. So I do love making stars. They're one of my favourite things to do. And I should have written down who the designer was, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll make sure that I do that for next time. If I remember, I'll put it in the box down below for you as well. So that is my next one. I don't know if that'll be finished by my next floss tube. I have no idea. Some days I bead for an hour, some days I can bead for 3. It just depends on what I feel like that particular day. So that's that one. So let's see. So yeah, I'm saying so again. New starts. When I first of all joined Instagram, I was contacted by a company who asked me if I would do a kit review. So I said yes. And I have been awful. It's taken me far, far too long. This is the kit. I was given a list that I could choose from. Potruvia, I think it's, well, anyway, it's Ukrainian. And it's called Winter's Day. Now, I have to say that in my 30 plus years of stitching, this has been one of the nicest kits I have ever done. The chart is lovely and big and clear. The thread lengths are lovely and long. Now, normally you get piddling little, for me, piddling little lengths in a kit. So I end up using my own threads because I like to be able to stitch and get a decent amount done. I don't like to have my thread and do 30 stitches and I've got to change my thread. That is irritating to me. Very irritating. So, here is the finished bookmark. Well, finished stitching. It's had a little bath because I had it with me while I was with my grandsons. I had, grubby fingers of toddlers. But there we go. Now, in the kit, you get 2 pieces of Ada exactly the same size. And the general idea is that you then use one of your colours from your kit to blanket stitch the 2 pieces together to finish it. I didn't want to do that. So I went on the hunt for my sticky backed felt. And the only piece I could find isn't big enough. So I'm going to Warrington on Friday. So my idea is to go into Hobbycrap and get another piece and back it with a piece of sticky back felt. And then I can use it. But it was such a lovely, lovely kit to do. Really, honestly. I don't normally do things like that. But, I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed that. And so that's my one that's a start and a finish. So hopefully next time round it'll be an FFO. Not that it'll look any different as a sticky back felt on the back of it, but there we go. My other new start was I decided that because it was leap year, I was going to have a leap year start. Not something I've done before, but I thought, sod it, I'm going to have a leap year start. So I started this. Now this was a gift off one of my daughters. I'm pretty sure it was my youngest daughter, and I can't remember if it was last year or the year before when I was 50. I've got a feeling it might have been last year. Could have even been for Mother's Day. I can't remember. I've got a lousy memory and I didn't make any notes. So this is black velvet inscription sampler. I've also got, if you might remember, I've got the red velvet inscription sampler. We probably won't remember. From my very first floss tube, I showed them all. I've got the red velvet one that I'm doing in purple. I do love these designs. Really do. So this was my leap year start. And this is how far I got. There we go. This is 40 count Newcastle linen that came from my friend that passed. It was in her stash. And I am using Sulky 1283. It was a toss-up between the blue and the purple, so I asked a few people. And one said purple and others said blue, and I was being drawn towards the blue in all fairness. I don't know if you can see, but that is the letter A. It is there. It took me a while to work it out where it was, but there's the A just there. So you've got one in each corner. So that is one letter down, 25 to go, and the central bit. and just under 4 years to do it, because that's the general idea, is that you finish it in the 4 years. I do love blue ribbon designs. I've done a fair few of them over the years. So that's that one. That's it for new starts. Like I say, I only have the 2. So next up, we'll move on to PhDs. Now these are in no particular order. It's just, I go through my diary that I keep to see what I've worked on, because I write in big red letters when I did my last Flosstube. So I look to see what I've done since then, what I've worked on. So in no particular order, it depends how I grab them, basically. We have the rocket ship that was for love quilts. Now, we've not been very well, and the weather being a bit crap, my head wasn't fully with it to stitch, and my hand wasn't playing ball. I've had a lot of pain with it over the last few weeks, so I had to withdraw for this one. There was no way I could get it done by the deadline. I've still got quite a chunk down the bottom to do, so I will finish this year, and I will send it off as an AC square. And it's a shame I didn't get it done. It is a nice one to do. It's by Stitch Fanatic. Again, I'll list that down below for you. But there we go. I will soon be starting my next one, which isn't due until the end of May, and it's not as, I mean, this is essentially a full coverage. Essentially. Well, it is a full coverage because it is just constant blocks. So my next one, which also incidentally works out to be a full coverage, is the Union Jack that I'm doing with Jeanette at a weekend. I was hoping that this would be finished, but weekends have been busy. This last weekend we were DJing, so Saturday was spent setting it all up. Saturday night was obviously the do, and then Sunday we were busy taking it all down and putting it back up the loft. So this is a freebie from Artisy. It's on their page. They've got quite a few flags, but it's a Union Jack, and I'm a sucker for a Union Jack. I've told you that before. That's why I use this needle minder, because it's got a Union Jack on it. I think that's a caterpillar one. I think. Can't remember. Slept since then. So I am absolutely loving this. I am hoping that it will be done in a few weeks. This weekend coming up is Cheshire Stitchers, so I'll take it there with me. But Sunday I'm going to Liverpool to go to the museum with the grandsons, because one's just turned 4 and the other one turns 3 on Thursday. So we're going to have a trip to the museum to look at the fish and the dinosaurs and the big spiders and all of that sort of stuff. So I will be out all day, unlikely to get any stitching in. My next thing that's had attention since last time is, of course, my Quaker Flag. I love this, absolutely adore this. And Ellie Welly Stitcher has bought the Welsh flag to do after seeing mine, or me commenting about the Welsh flag. But I do know Ellie Welly Stitcher's bought it because she told me. I adore it. I absolutely love it. I'm getting on quite well. This is the one that I am trialling Pattern Keeper. Well, actually, no. My free trial of Pattern Keeper ran out and I've bought it. That's how much I've enjoyed it. So let me show you the progress on it first. It's still on the frame because I was working on it at the back end of last week. There we go. I have done 2,655 stitches of 96,670, which puts me at 2.75%. It's just a joy. I don't know if it's because it's the fabric, if it's the thread I've picked, or if it's just because it's a Union Jack and it's a Quaker, because I do like Quakers. So my fabric is 40 count Bluetiful from Crafty Kate, or Fabrics by Crafty Kate I should say, and I am using Sulky's, and I didn't pull them out to tell you what they were, and they're in a tin, so they're going to make a lot of noise, so I'm not going to pull them out. I can list those down below if you're interested in the colours that I'm using for it. So this has got the hashtag of 2024 Quaker Sal, and it was organised by Gail of wombat_hollow_crafts and Nicole of Darvanelli Design Studio. And the pattern is from Etsy from Vivian, the Vivsters. Right, next project that's had some love. I'm still woefully behind, but I did finish January. My temperature chart, obviously I filled my bees in at last. They were really quick to do. I don't know why I waited for so long, but there we go. There's another one to do somewhere around where my needle is, I think it is. So as you can tell, I'm a month behind. But it's because I spend most of my days on my commission piece, I get a few hours in an evening to work on projects. And I'll do a few hours on one, and then I'll do a few hours on another one. No, a couple of nights on one, a couple of nights on another. So I'm going to have to sort of put in a lot of effort to get this one done, caught up. As you can see, I put the day in each one. That's my choice, so that I don't look at it in years to come and go, what way did I do them? Did I do them left to right? Did I do them right to left? Did I do them top to bottom? So I thought I'll just backstitch the day in it. So as you can see, we had a bit of a mixed month. The green is where it's starting to get warmer. The blues are the warmer colours. The greens are the cold. The purple, not the purples are the cold. Oh, I can't remember. This fabric is 30 count. Yes, 30 count. Murano from Zweigart. Discontinued a long time ago. I stocked up when I could. Excuse me a second. Sorry, Jeanette's not blue today. I haven't got a bottle open, and I'm not opening a fresh bottle just to keep you quiet. Next thing that got some love was the wolf. This is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, obviously. One of their subscription boxes last year. I'm stitching this for my oldest daughter's partner. It was supposed to be for Christmas last year, but instead I'm getting a head start on Christmas this year. I changed the fabric to Kiwi Illusions Cloudburst. Where's my bag gone? Because it came with Pink Ada. I don't do pink, and it's a gift for a male, so I didn't think pink would be good. So I had a route round in my stash and found something else. Well, I found several options, and this is the option my daughter picked. Excuse the mess. There we go. As you can, so I've got my working thread there as ever. My project, I don't mind a working thread. And this is where I've parked a couple of colours. But I've finished all the yellow now. I've done, I can't remember if I've done a bit more on his eyes, but I've certainly come down, filled this cheek in, done most of his nose and done the end of his nose. So I'm going to see if I can maybe finish this month. It might be that I decide to work on this every evening and nothing else, but we'll see. I would like to get him finished and ticked off the list. So, but I'm quite happy with him. He's looking lovely. I will do his eyes last though. I know it might look a bit creepy, but I don't mind the faces of animals, but I still sort of try and leave the eyes till last. I might film in a bit, I don't know, we'll see. And then, as ever, and for once it's not on a frame, we have my commission piece. I've done it, look, I've finally done it. I've finally filled that bit in that I had to restitch. It's not on the frame because I've had to move it around a little bit, so I thought I would take the opportunity to take it out the frame and show it you all. So, where it is all the way to the back, that's the full length of it. I might, pardon me, oops, my notes have just gone on the floor. I might come back down here and work on this down here, just for a change, because as I said before, all this constant white and cream and lilac, and much as I love a purple, when you're doing nothing but purples and creams and whites, you get a bit fed up of it. As you can see there, that's sort of the start of her face. But I am so happy to have got this bit done. I just sat one afternoon and got it finished, got it filled in. So I'm so happy to have that done. I want to try and get at least bare minimum 3,000 stitches in this month. So I've done a little bit, not a huge amount as of yet, but I have done a bit of it today so far. And that is it for PhDs. I've got some happy mail. This arrived. I won a giveaway that Just So Sherry was doing back in January. So that's my bit of happy mail. It calls for Glorianas, but I don't know. I probably won't use Glorianas, but I do love it. It's lovely, and it will get done, hopefully, fairly soon. I say that, but I probably won't. You've been here often enough to know this. And then I have a teeny bit of haul. Sorry about that. I've forgotten I'd stuck it all back together. I was, as you do, you browse the destash pages, or you go to your notifications on Facebook and it'll go, such and such a body is posted in this buy and sell group. And I was lucky enough to be the first one to see these, so I have got myself that, which is 40 count Ocean Air from Fox and Rabbit. Got myself that one. This arrived yesterday along with its partner, which is also 40 count from Fox and Rabbit, and this is Mayflower. Haven't got the faintest idea what they're going to be on, what's going to go on them, but I just thought, I've not got Fox and Rabbit. I might have one piece of Fox and Rabbit, but I don't think, if I have, it's like I say, just the one. So I've not used a Fox and Rabbit fabric, so I'll get them because they were reasonably priced with postage. And then one of the reasons I'm filming late in the day and I've had to pull the door blind and you've got sun reflecting on the wall is because I was hoping the post would arrive, and it did. Sorry for the crinkly, I can't help the bag. My fabric of the month from Sparklies arrived literally about an hour ago. As soon as the post arrived, I was like, right, let's get myself filmed. So this is my fabric of the month for January and February. That's the other side of it. So it's sort of all shades of purples. Again, no clue what I'll stitch on it, but I'll find something at some point, I'm sure. And that's it. Apart from plans. My intention this next month, well, not, yeah, next month, is to, with the exception of a Love Quilt Square, not to start anything. I've started so many things so far this year that I'm getting a bit, you've got far too many things on the go now. So I'm not going to start anything, as I say, apart from my Love Quilt Square. I don't need to start anything. It's not like I've not got things that I can work on. I've got tons of choice for stuff. So that's just my general plan. Would be nice if I could finish the wolf or something else. I've got lots of things partly done. I've got the wolf, I've got the rocket ship, I've got the giraffes from last year that I had to pull out of. I've got a little snowman that Cotton Crafts did last year for the membership as a stitch along. I think I managed 1 week, but I've got all the charts. So I want to try and get something finished. So I would like to have it finished this month, but I'm definitely not starting anything else. I think that's it. My next video should be on the 24th of March, which is the week before Easter. Fingers crossed all goes well and I don't end up with another cold or anything else. The week before, my partner's on his road to days off. The week after, with it being Easter, he's booked time off. So that's pretty much going to have to be then. If it works out that I can't do the Sunday, then I'll pick another day in the week. And hopefully as well, by then, I'll have put some sticky back felt on that. It was a nice stitch. So that's it. So take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Try not to catch a cold. Enjoy the warmer weather that we're now getting at last. And happy stitching. Bye.